It is Saturday night once again. This is the Overnight Mouse Party. I'm DM Foss, and we have gun websites. I didn't think you were going to make it. How you doing?
Hey, thanks for hosting.
And Gizzard Gary, how you doing?
I am doing wonderful. Thanks for having me.
And at the bottom of the screen is an email address on tacticalfoss@gmail.com. You can send in comments, suggestions, or pictures within reason. And a link, there's the address for the Discord server, place to hang out. You can also share pictures through there, get a hold of me and everybody else that comes on the chat through the Discord. And pinned to the top of the chat is this week's poll. If you haven't voted in the poll, head over there, give it a vote, and we'll take a look at it here in just a little bit. So what's new with you guys? What's going on?
Well, since I'm the only one unmuted right now, not a whole lot. It's Saturday. I went and visited my daughter and family and came back. It was a very cold day. Had to stay bundled up and everything. So made it a quick trip. Came back and watched football all evening. And now that that's over, it's time for the true game, which is your show. So most exciting part of the day.
Yeah, I listened to the Seahawks game, which wasn't much of a game.
Yeah, they pulled it out in the end, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, when you run the opening kickoff back, that's a fairly good omen.
41-9, Seahawks win. So they have a really good defense and they have an okay offense.
Well, they didn't excel at any one thing, but they did a little bit of everything. So,
yeah, no turnovers. That's the big thing. Vulcan Rumble said tomorrow or Monday is MLK Day, Lobby Day at Virginia, Range Day at SHOT Show.
Industry Day at the range. Yes.
So, no, there's something I was going to mention. Oh. Well, why don't we we'll take a look at the poll now so I don't forget. Oop, no, that's the wrong button. That button. Share screen. There it is. So this week's poll was, do you carry pepper spray or mace? Yeah, I didn't notice that the AI picture said pepper spray.
I didn't either until the very last minute. I was getting ready to type my responses like, wait a minute.
81% said no, 19% said yes. Let me make sure we've got the newest first. Hogstalker said Glock or Colt 45 works better.
I missed this one. When did you put it
out? Thursday.
Oh, dang.
Krabby Turtle said, I keep pepper spray in each vehicle. Boomstick said mace, but it's a medieval spiked mace. DJ Play Nice said tiny bottle of Tabasco. TJ Fishing and Shooting. No, it's only attracts drop bears over here. Goddamn bacon. Chest carried bear spray for potential crowd control during the Chaz Chop days. Thankful, never had to use it. Chris Lang, if you do, be conscious of where the wind is blowing. X Adam 1, bear spray in my car for protester rioting for crazy homeless. Thomas William, I carry spray. It's called Go Ahead and Make My Spray, a Model 29 Smith & Wesson, for real. The best drywaller said 357. Daryl Savoy said 45 ACP. Gizzard Gary, better question yet. Look at the examples. What's pepper spray? Is that pepper spray that's gotten away from the owner? I have started carrying a little thing of pepper spray. It's only one of the real small sprays. It's probably about the size of a shotgun shell, maybe just a little bit, little wider in diameter. But I mean, it's just a real small thing. And then I bought a little holster for it, kind of like a flashlight holster. I had been carrying I had the stun pen, that Streetwise stun pen, and then I put it through the washer accidentally, which ruined it. Then I picked up one which was a flashlight stun gun thing, and the only problem with those is it's short range, and if it doesn't intimidate them, you have to hope they have a low pain tolerance to it. That's the drawbacks of. It's not like the ones the cops carry that, where it's got the two prongs that are separated and will lock up your joints. It's just like getting shocked.
Well, there's a massive difference between a regular stun gun and a taser, the way they operate.
Yeah. So I think there is a crazy homeless guy. Well, we'll call him mentally ill homeless guy who has stabbed somebody that's around my work area and has been in the area again. So I wanted more range. So I thought, well, I might as well. I had been thinking about it for probably a couple of years and debating whether I wanted to carry pepper spray. And I went with more of a mace than a pepper spray. So I didn't want a fog. I wanted a stream. And it's I had mainly, when originally I was thinking about it, it was for because number one is to try and talk your way out of the situation. And barring that, I wanted something in between talking and punching. And I kind of went with the stun gun, but I knew there were limitations to it. And my main concern was just the kind of, as somebody had said in the comments, you have to be careful of the wind, or if you're in a confined space, then everybody's getting whatever you're spraying. But hopefully, like everything else, I'll never have to use it.
I don't like
Do I?
those less than lethal things too much, but they have some um, application for things that are never going to comply, like a critter. And depending on where people live, that can be more or less of an issue. But and it's not appropriate for all or applicable to all critters. But I think there's times when uh, that can be a like a role for those non-lethal or less than lethal things.
Yeah, it's they do work on like dogs. So if you've got a dog running loose,
They can work, like a dog that's rabies or something, or even a raccoon with rabies, right? Isn't going to care. But
yeah,
that one that's just scared or whatever. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of throwing the pepper spray at dogs, but the pain compliance, like a shock thing, that could. But because you got a disparity of force between almost anybody and two animals, like two animals can pretty much take us out pretty good. So that's where I think a stun gun can be. You know what I mean? Like you can't just shoot a dog off of you. That's fantasy. So you can physically stop that little tiny mammal, though.
yeah.
I mean, even if it's not a taser, you can. I bet you can get some compliance with the same way that what are those things called, cattle prod, like those kind of things work on elephants and everything. Like just even though it doesn't incapacitate it, it's annoying, and the animal mind says, "Yeah, leave this thing alone." Like I
And
walk
I
in the
have
desert and there's coyotes, like there's things that could come out of nowhere and get you, like just a rabid dog or something that somebody let go. But so I could see somebody in a city not necessarily having to deal with that.
yeah. I haven't carried it. I've only carried it at work. I haven't carried it when I'm out and about. I've only had it a couple days. Well, let me say hello real quick to those who are out there and talking. Vulcan Rumble is here. Gizzard Gary. TJ Fishing and Shooting. Justin Grimm. Expoment. Got a new job. Work nights. No. Also posted a picture of my new gun on Discord.
New job, new gun.
And Sergeant Joe Smith. Sunny Guns is out there. Good evening. Well, yeah, I don't. I don't know. What about you, Gary? Do you carry a pepper spray, or have you thought about it?
No, I don't. Never really thought about it because I guess the question is, are you going to carry both pepper spray and a gun? Or how do you know which one you're going to need for any given situation if the answer is no to that? Um, you only have so many pockets and stuff like that. If you're in a situation where you're going to need to protect yourself, I think you're better served to protect yourself with the gun versus a pepper spray. But I could be totally wrong there.
I get that because I don't like to carry a lot of stuff. I'll have my wallet, my phone, my keys, my gun, and that'll usually be it. I don't carry a knife. I got a little
Knife and a flashlight?
no. I've got a little flashlight on my keys, and a little kind of like the key thing, utility knife key thing. You did a video on. Got one kind of like that. and then I've got stuff in my car, and that kind of supplements. So I
Are you
don't have
referring to
stuff
me? Your
on.
kids are doing a knife video. You know that's like billions of videos at this point combined.
Well, I saw it recently. I saw it a day or two ago.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember where. I was scrolling through somewhere. Thought.
In my case, when I carry a gun, it's almost always pocket carry. So there goes one of my pockets right there. Keys I keep on a carabiner and attach it to my belt loop. Yes, I jingle when I walk.
Oh, I'll have my phone in my left front pocket, wallet in the right rear pocket. If I'm wearing a jacket, the keys are in my right jacket pocket. If I'm not, then it's usually my right pants pocket. If I've got my flannel on, then I'll put it in my flannel pocket, one of my flannel pockets. Yeah, and my gun is inside waistband. I need to find a new holster for it because since I switched to the was it Urban Carry, the belts we got a couple years ago at Thunder on the Prairie. They're really thick, which I love the belts. I bought another one to use as a work belt, but the clip on my inside waistband holsters don't clip as well, so the holster moves around a lot more, which I don't like. So I'm trying to figure out if I put in did a search for holster for a wider belt, all it does is give me results for holsters for fat people, which doesn't answer what I need.
Now, when you mean wider belt, are you talking a thicker belt or
Thicker,
wider as far as top to bottom?
a thicker belt.
Okay.
A boomstick is out there. Boomstick. So I don't know. I've thought about switching to just outside the waistband because I normally wear a polo shirt, and I'll have an undershirt and then a polo shirt. So, that'll cover my gun anyways. A boomstick said, so am I the only one who carries fart spray? Probably.
You could carry silly string.
Silly string is flammable. The silly string and a lighter.
Yeah. They're like, he threw the silly string at me, and then you pull out the lighter.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what I want to do for holsters. I'm kind of leaning towards I've got a couple 1791 leather holsters outside the waistband, which I really like their holsters. I might get a couple more for the guns that I usually carry. Well, I'll be Fine Ape is out there.
I saw that. It's like a long time.
It's been a while.
The nice thing about silly string is it's highly flammable. So if you had a Bic lighter with you, you could pretty much, just wind them up in it and then light it on fire.
Yeah. There are a slew of anti-gun bills that have been presented in Washington State. I've got links in the descriptions for each of them. If anybody's interested, if you're in Washington, then you can look them up. I thought I'd go over those for a little bit here. There is HB 1386, which is an ammo, firearms, and firearm parts tax. It's like an additional 11%.
Is there like some reason for all this? They like something that created the need, or they just decided, screw it, we can beat up on gun owners again?
Well, it's all under the guise of reducing gun violence, because the tax is supposed to go towards reducing gun violence.
But I mean, did
Through-
something prompt this round, or is it just
No.
like another year more gun bills?
These are bills that have been kicking around for a while.
Okay.
And they brought them out. A couple of them are from last year, but every time if they don't get passed and then they bring them back, they have to start from zero again and be reheard. But there's the HB 1132, which it's one firearm per month, but the Ninth Circuit has already ruled that unconstitutional. California had taken that to the ninth. So I'm guessing they'll probably, because California right now is trying to rework it into 3 guns per month limit. And I would think that Washington will probably do something similar. There's HB 1152. That's another safe storage bill. Tells you, adds more ways that you have to safely store. Basically, if you're not in direct possession or close enough where you could stop somebody else from taking your gun, it has to be locked up. I can't remember if they're saying unloaded, which all of this is patently unconstitutional because of McDonald v. DC. I'm pretty sure that's the one where they talk about you can't tell somebody how to store their gun. There's HB 1504. It requires insurance. $25,000 worth of insurance. You have to have a policy so that in case you have negligent discharge, you shoot somebody, which no insurance company carries a policy, offers a policy that would cover this. You can self-insure if you have more than 25 guns, but you have to have a retainer of $25,000 per gun that you give to the government to hold on to. HB 2235, and for these, HB is House bill. That's where it originates. And there's SB, which is the Senate bill. It originated in the Senate, but HB 2235, it's kind of a positive one. Has to do with records privacy. It's under, except for limited exceptions, gun owners, the state can't give out their information. There's HB 2320. That's the ghost gun bill to regulate CNC machines, 3D printers, and digital files, so that you can't make a ghost gun with any of those. And I only kind of scanned through, because some of these bills are there'll be like 32 pages, and 30 of the pages are definitions. It's so you have to kind of slog through everything to find the bits of information in between. You know, they're defining what an assault weapon is, and then listing by name assault weapons they wanted, that they have banned. Mr. Bob Dobalina is out there. And HB 2320 to expand the gun-free zones. Basically, anywhere kids are is kind of what this bill is. Including government buildings, state government buildings, county fairs, like playgrounds. SB 5099, that will expand requirements put on FFLs. And this is out of all these, other than like the tax, but this is kind of the worst one, I think, because it's going to put more burden on FFLs. So a small, the mom and pop shops are going to be hit the hardest with this. There already is regulations saying you have to have video and all this, but it adds to that more video. There was substitute bill, which had talked about, basically the end of the night, you have to put all the guns in a fireproof safe, which to me, why a fireproof safe? The fireproof part makes no sense to me at all.
Yeah, define fireproof. I mean, for how long?
And if you're opening up a storefront, you have to like tell the state where it is so they can kind of check it out, kind of stuff. That one's really bad if it makes it through. And then SB 6055, which has to do with our state background check system. As far as I can tell, just kind of more defines what everybody's role in the system is. So I don't believe it adds any real burden, but I've only kind of scanned through because, like I said, there's a lot of these is, you've got 10 pages of definitions, and then there'll be pieces of information within there that kind of says the bad part of the bill. But like I said, there are links to these bills in the descriptions. So if you're interested in them, you can read through them yourself. Mr. Bob said, is that fireproof like a Keltec? No, that would be more non-firing like a Keltec. Sergeant Joe Smith said, if you move to Arkansas, they give you a free Bible, banjo, and a shotgun. Anything else going on in the news? Gary, that's mostly pointed at you because I know you keep your ear to the ground.
Yeah, I usually look for stuff like a day or two before my show, which would be today, I guess, but I haven't really looked. Tell you the truth, I do have something I'm going to talk about on Monday, but it's kind of a local issue, and I don't really want to spoil what I'm going to talk about on
Oh, no,
Monday,
that's
but
fine. I understand.
it's kind of a silly thing that went on here in my state, which not necessarily gun related, but it's political enough that I think people get a bang out of it. So no pun intended or intended.
Justin Grimm said he has a few newbie questions for us guys. If you want a link, you can come on and then ask the questions instead of
You
having
calling us newbies?
typing them. Oh, do you have his email? Can you send him a link for me, Gary?
Justin Grimm? I sure
Yeah.
do.
So Gary will send you a link if you want to come on and ask your questions. So when does everything start gearing up, G-Webs, and the SHOT Show?
It kind of depends on how much curricular activities you count as SHOT Show. So pretty much nothing on Saturday. There'll be some stuff tomorrow. Then a bunch of stuff gets cooking on Monday. And then the whole thing, of course, gets going by Saturday. And then it's almost over by Thursday. So it seems like a big deal, but it's really, 3 days of a big deal and a lot of little stuff.
Yeah, as far as the show itself, at least from my experience, Saturday and Sunday is usually mostly Sunday when people go to pick up their badges. You can get them before that, but a lot of people will go on Sunday and pick up their badges, registration, whatever you want to call
You mean at the show itself?
it. Yes.
Yeah. So the show is at a convention center building, right? And then people come into the airport. So they've made it where you can pick up your badges at the airport too. So I'm sure a lot of people do that. But a bunch of people do show up, like Gizzard is saying, like to the actual show, the convention center, like on that Sunday. And since all that's open that you can actually get to is the badge area, then yeah, people will like hang around, and I'm sure there's a bunch of people that like use that as their first meetup place, and then you probably end up, meeting some friends or something, and then going and doing something from there. So I would say, and for a lot of time, it was only maybe 3 years that they've been doing the airport thing. Like, so for a long time, that was part of everybody's routine is get to Vegas and then get over to the convention center sometime early. So yeah.
Mr. Bob said it's hard to be a neophyte if you're new at it. Oh. So is there anything you're looking forward to seeing, or are you just going to poke around, see what you can find?
I'm not paying attention to guns this year, so I don't know any stuff that's new that nobody's told me about anything. And I haven't heard any conversations about anything that I can think of that's something that I give a shit about. But I like the show, and then, hanging out with people that I know and seeing how people and groups and trends and everything happens. This year will be suppressors, so it'll be an interesting year. I don't think there's any great good news going on, but there is some positive gun, law stuff, and there's definitely negative law stuff. I suspect this year is not going to be too worried about the negative stuff because there's not enough of you dealing with it, or at least perceptively, there's not enough people dealing with it. And the suppressor thing is going to overshadow it, I think. But it'd be interesting to find out. But I don't have
William
a
Hall
list
is
of
out there.
things. No, I've asked, but nobody's really given me anything to look for.
I saw Woods put a couple things on your Discord.
I'm gonna switch browsers. I clicked the wrong button before, and when I came in on this browser, I can't even hear it anymore. So I'm going to try a different browser. I'll be back.
Oh, okay. Wow. What else is new, Gary?
Well, gee, what else is new? Hmm. I guess for the people out there who have never had any experience with SHOT Show, think of the world's biggest mall of gun. All the different companies basically have a booth. It's kind of like a big swap meet, except nobody has anything for sale, but there's like thousands of booths where you can walk around and talk to the different gun manufacturers and see what they have available for the year. Actually hold them most of the time and stuff like that. And maybe interview them if you're a media guy. But there's more than just media there. There's also people from the industry. So there are like gun shop owners and gun warehouse people and stuff like that. And they're trying to figure out what they're going to buy for their inventory this year. And the same goes with the knife companies and everything else. There's more than just guns there because SHOT is an acronym for shooting, hunting, and outdoor trade. So there's going to be hunting apparel, tents, camping gear, stuff like that. And so it's more than just guns.
It wasn't until a few years ago that I found that out. I thought it was just, gun industry stuff. And I happened to come across some air gun videos for people from SHOT Show and realized that there's a whole lot more to SHOT Show than I thought there was.
Well, yeah, you'd be amazed what various companies. G-Webs can tell you more because he's had much more years of attending than me. But SHOT Show is definitely not just guns.
Vulcan Rumble said, I went up to 6 hour, the 6 hour experience and got some really great patches. Unfortunately, being from Massachusetts, that's about all I could get. For G-Webs, he said, clone B&T AP9K, question mark. If you said something, we didn't hear you. G-Webs. Might be having some technical difficulties here.
Sergeant Joe's asking if I've heard about Kaylee's cans. I had not. I did a quick Google search. It's evidently a company that is selling affordable titanium suppressors out of Spokane, Washington, believe it or not.
Really? And thank you for pronouncing it correctly.
You bet.
What's affordable? What's considered affordable?
I don't know if they give prices on this website.
There's a lot of times affordable and titanium don't go together.
Yeah, I hear you. They don't have a whole lot of information on their website, to tell you the truth. It must be a new company.
Hey, we got Justin Grimm, and we lost G-Webs.
It's trade.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
All right, just checking because I got a new camera and a mic, so just making sure it works.
We got G-Webs back. Can you hear us, G-Webs?
Yeah.
Can we hear you? Yeah, I heard you.
Oh, my browsers I have on my phone. This is the Brave browser, and it seems to work fine.
Oh. Yeah, it's just looking. I see people talking about the Kaylee, but not saying prices.
So somebody was saying something about a B&T clone.
Yes.
Problem
Ape,
is, those all look the same to me, like European 9mm guns. It's like looking at cars. I don't put enough brain power into keeping track of them, so I'll try, but I can't guarantee something like that. That's the kind of stuff I usually depend on somebody like Gizzard or Pink or somebody to go, that's the thing people were asking about. But heck, even then, I won't remember much about it because I don't have much in my archives to compare it to. You guys like the B&Ts? I think I've shot them at a range day one time.
I've never seen one up close.
What about Gizzard?
Yeah, I haven't either.
Justin, you got those in Iowa? Quote unquote Iowa?
I've never seen one.
They're neat and everything. They're definitely like everything I think about European guns. Like I'm not gonna say they're overcomplicated, but there's like they're definitely not AKs. You know what I mean? Like there's definitely levers and things that I could see someone saying they're unnecessary. I mean, they're well made. I'm not gonna say that, but they're very complex firearms. But mainly my thing is they're so big that they really need two hands, but they're so little that you shouldn't need to use two hands on them. So they're kind of that size that I don't see a real use case for, at least for me. I'd rather see something be one-handed only or big enough to carry, justify two hands. I tried looking at the comments. That's when I got kicked out of here the first time, and I don't remember what browser I was on, so I'm scared to look at the comments now. I'm gonna go with my other phone, I think, on the comments.
So, looking at the Kaylee Cans website, Sergeant just missed $300, and on there, here I'll bring up the website. Kaylee's Cans, and it says affordable titanium suppressors for hobby shooters, and kind of shows parts. And under the suppressors, the alignment tool, chrome socket, and there's a prototype one which is not for sale. It says from 200 for 22. But it looks like they're, since it has the alignment tool, so you can break this down, take the baffles out. And I don't know if you noticed this part, picks up my butt. Did you see that one? And it is literally.
I did see that. And then there's a link if you go down to the bottom to her OnlyFans, which,
yeah, I'm not.
spoiler alert, it's only partially a her, if you know what I mean.
But affordable titanium. If they're coming in at $200-300, then yeah, it's an affordable titanium can. I don't know if they're just like 22s, but it's interesting because other than research and development, suppressors are just a can with baffles. Whether it's a stack of baffles or a monolith, Baffle. When I was a kid, I had CO2 Uzi, and I made one for that, and it was just I think a paper towel tube maybe, and bottle caps, and it made my BB gun really quiet. M. Gabriel's out there. Said potatoes.
Potatoes don't have baffles.
But so, Justin, you said you had some questions.
Yeah, I changed or put up a picture today for my channel, and then I changed my channel name. But my question is to change my handle, do I kind of need to make up like a new email so the email kind of matches the handle, or I just change the handle and it doesn't matter?
On YouTube, you don't have to change anything. You just change that, whatever that entry in that line. You don't have to change your email.
I mean, unless you just want to. I mean, you don't have to, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I did a little chat GPT in today and came up with a logo. So then I switched my channel name. So I just figured, well, I probably should switch the handle so it matches the name.
I mean, if you switch it completely, you might want to change an email, just like Gizzard was saying, just make it more, obvious.
Yeah, when I went from my government name to my channel name, I actually created a separate YouTube account for it, so I would have the Gmail account that went with it, but you wouldn't necessarily have to. But that keeps people from having access to your personal email and stuff like that too. So
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, that's the one I got listed for YouTube's like a secondary email anyway. So
I changed my channel name to my banking account number and then my email to my PIN. It was a bad idea. Don't do that.
yeah, it's not the greatest idea.
When I was setting up my channel to do videos, I put in the email contact, and I happened to be listening to CloverTack, one of his things. And right as I was doing that, I was using the same email that I signed up to YouTube with. And luckily, right at that moment, he said, do not use the same email that you signed up for YouTube. You will get hacked. Like, oh, okay. I guess I won't do this.
Your first mistake was watching the CloverTack video.
Well, I was young and naive. TJ, fishing and shooting. Most air rifles are louder than subsonic 22 ammo. Cans are illegal here. And subsonic 308 is a popular hand load for hunting. Yeah, he had mentioned that left a comment on one of the videos about that. And I had never even thought about subsonic 308. I think he said they use it like a varmint round. Vanessa Kitty's out there.
Varmints in Australia are like alligators and things. Koala bears.
Yeah, that's what
Kangaroo.
on the poll, the comment he left about drop bears. That's the fabled angry koala bear that drops out of the trees and attacks you.
If it runs out of bamboo or whatever it was eating, then you're in trouble.
Eucalyptus. They eat eucalyptus. So, Justin, did you have any other questions or any other topics you wanted to talk about since you're here?
No, that was the only channel help I kind of needed because like I said, I just wanted to make sure and then I don't know if I think I'm gonna space it out with like underscores between it for the handle, so it'll be like not a just running blob.
What's the name of it? What did you change it to?
Grim Reaper Reviews,
Ah,
since my last name's Grim.
what all are you planning on reviewing?
Guns, knives, flashlights, a little bit of everything.
Sounds cool.
I have enough stuff I could probably review for the next 20 years. My problem is I need to, hopefully by next week, my work will be figured out a little bit. I kind of stepped away a little bit because my dad's having health problems, but want to kind of get back at it. Want to kind of get back at it because it's pretty fun.
Now, if you wanna take some pointers, watch DM Foss and his reviews because he's really smooth in the way he does things. He does it with humor and irony and stuff like that, and he's interesting. Whereas you watch my stuff, it'll be boring. You don't want to emulate me, so.
Well, I think you must be doing something right. You have a much higher subscriber count than I do.
It's the age. I've got all the geezer crowd.
Vanessa Kitty is out there. And if you want to drop a link, Justin, for your channel out in the chat, go ahead.
All right, just be a minute here. I'm trying to change this handle and I don't know if it worked or not. Oh yeah, it just did.
TJ said that their varmints are 300 kilogram feral pigs. I don't know. I'm not sure how much in real weight kilograms are.
Watching television, that's approximately the weight of 30 kilograms?
300 kilograms.
That would be the same weight as 300 kilograms of cocaine.
Mm.
Been able to figure out that translation by watching movies.
So what is it, about 2.5 pounds per kilogram? Like 150, 140, 150 pound pigs?
Then we would have to convert pounds to dollars. Gets confusing.
Vanessa said 2.2 pounds per kilogram.
So, Justin, I think I found your channel, but I'm not seeing that you actually changed the handle at all. You changed the channel name, but not the handle.
Yeah, I just changed the handle and it just finally popped over right now.
Really? Oh, yep, it did. Just changed. Cool.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, what is going on?
I do like the logo. That's pretty slick. So basically what we're saying is if you were already subscribed to Justin's channel, you still are. I thought it was a new channel that you made. But you kept all your old videos, which is cool. Smart.
I guess I converted the wrong way because Vanessa's saying 660-pound pigs. I'm not very good at the maths.
If you got a 660-pound pig, how many pounds of bacon is that?
Justin should know that right away.
That's like that's the passing test in Iowa high schools. They walk a pig in front of the class, and everybody has to guesstimate how much bacon is in it.
Oh, I don't. What else do we want to talk about? I don't have anything else. I was gonna do a bracket, but I guess I forgot to bring the bracket out here.
I had a bunch of Kit Kats from Japan, but they're at home.
I just did a Google search on how much bacon on a 660-pound pig. It says that's significantly larger than typical market hog and will yield a much higher amount of fat and belly meat. Based on typical yield percentages and larger, older hogs, you can expect approximately 30 to 40 plus pounds of bacon from a 660-pound pig.
Wow.
That's a lot of bacon.
Now you know.
Yeah. Yeah, a 600-pound bacon, it gets you around 400 pounds after you gut it and take all the bones out. And
Right. But only part of that's bacon. The rest of it's like pork chops and ham and
that is true.
sausage.
Well,
A lot of
I don't know
sausage
if Australia is, if their bacon is similar to like England, and they don't use the belly. They use like other cuts.
Their
Call
bacon
it
is
bacon.
upside down compared to our bacon. Like they cook the other side of the bacon first, and then the first side. And when you cook
Yeah,
bacon in Australia, the bacon grease swirls the other way.
Canadian bacon's just ham. Prove me wrong.
Well, I think most pizza joints now just call it ham. They don't call it Canadian bacon anymore.
Well, Canadians couldn't handle bacon; it was too much for them, so they just gave them ham and told them it was bacon, and they were okay with that.
There's also
I was going to say,
There's
I knew
also-
this gal from Canada once, and I asked her, I said, what do you guys in Canada, what do you call Canadian bacon? She goes, bacon. Sorry.
You know, when somebody lays on the ground on their side, and then they start running, so they're like pivot on their shoulder and they run around in a circle laying down. That's what happens when you give a Canadian real bacon. So they figured out they have to just give them ham and call it bacon.
Canadian Bacon is also a movie starring John Candy.
Who was also Canadian.
Bacon is candies, or I mean, what Slim Jims are candy, and there's bacon jerky, so it all goes for a circle with John Candy.
And there's candied bacon, too. There's recipes for that. I've
there
had
you
it
go.
before.
Yep.
I have not. I don't want my bacon sweet.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
It's basically baked bacon with, it's got like brown sugar and stuff like that on it. It's too much.
I've had bacon where they dip it in chocolate, and you know, it's worth eating, but it's not like I'm gonna knock somebody over to get bacon chocolate all the time.
I've had the maple bar donut with bacon on top, which the bacon didn't add to the maple bar. Mario's out there.
You've ever had like a
Man,
milk
hey.
cake where they crumble bacon in it?
I haven't. I don't know. Does it get clogged in the straw like if you have a strawberry milkshake?
Dude, it's exactly like that, and I didn't like it at all. It's like, oh, I'm drinking a milkshake. Oh, there's things in it. No, they're not nuts. Like, it's not chocolate chips. Oh wait, I got a mouthful of something, and you know what it is. But yeah, it was not all that great.
Yeah, I hate when you get like a strawberry milkshake, and they use strawberries, so you get real chunks of strawberries, which I like, but they use thin straws, which, you know, every couple minutes you have to stop and clear your straw.
Yeah, it's just not compatible.
Yeah, that's what Vanessa's saying. Use a larger diameter straw.
If you use too large a diameter straw, people throw those into the ocean, and then octopuses get their arms stuck in them.
And bacon on a maple donut should be awesome as long as the bacon's good and the donut's good.
I did not enjoy it.
It has to be like completely cooked, like ready to be bacon bits, right? Like type of bacon, like completely crunchy bacon. Like it can't be a rubbery bacon at all, I would think.
Yeah, it has to be crunchy. And heck, I think where Foss is at, don't you guys have Voodoo Donuts out there?
There's one down in Portland, Oregon, and I think there's one maybe in Seattle.
Isn't that where they come from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had some shipped to Arizona once.
Do they? Well, I'm assuming they handle the shipping then.
Yeah.
Never thought about getting donuts in the mail. I guess if they ship them fast enough, it's just like getting them the next day or something.
You know what? Wait 1 second. I take that back. My brother got them, so I don't know if he had them ship them or if he had a buddy that lives there ship them. So, yeah, you might have to call on that one. I can't remember. It's been a long time. I haven't lived in Arizona for a while.
The main thing is they tasted all right. They weren't like old or
nothing. Yeah, they were great.
I'm kind of a donut snob. I don't care for day old donuts.
My favorite donut is
my donuts are day old because I'd rather pay half price for donuts.
My favorite donut's a buttermilk donut, and it's more like a cake with dipped in frosting, but they're really good.
Oh, I prefer yeast donuts over cake donuts.
What about the kind where it's, oh man, French donuts, I guess, where they're light and whipped or whatever, and they're like airy? You know what I'm talking about? They're like, I don't know what to call that shape, where they're I don't know how they make them even.
I know what you're talking about. They look like a blown up, almost like a croissant. There's like nothing to them, but they are good.
Yeah, they're good.
I don't think I've had one.
Good later. What are they? How do you describe that shape? Anyway, they're good fresh for sure.
Yeah, because I've had sour cream donuts before, but the buttermilk ones, those are my favorite. They're really good. If you never had one, you should try one.
Oh, I agree with you. Those are good, but I like chocolate on them. But yeah.
Oh, like a cruller.
Yeah,
is that what you mean?
I'm not really sure what a cruller is, but I've heard them called French donuts at like Dunkin' Donuts.
They're kind of a twisty circle.
Yeah, it's like a weird twisted thing. I don't know, like they must extract them somehow. But anyway, those kinds.
I don't think it's a cruller though, because I think the ones G-Webs is talking about, they kind of look like an accordion. Like they got like lots of lines on them. If I'm thinking right.
Well, I'm thinking of a thing that's circular, it's round, like a regular donut.
This is what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Like no, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
I guess it is a cruller.
But that's like I would call that like a independent, different kind of donut than a regular donut, or what you're talking about, like the cake donut, right?
Yeah, I like my favorite has always been the maple bars, but now it's just too sugary for me.
Is
So
there
I'll
stuff
usually just get
inside
a
of one?
no. You can get stuffed ones, but I'll usually just get a plain glazed donut now.
That's like buying that's like going to Michael's or something and buying like a can I just buy like like what do they call it? Like a canvas, a blank canvas, and then hanging that as art. Like you're buying the part that gets painted on, not the paint. If you're buying a plain donut, I mean. The whole point of a donut is to be a vehicle to put frosting in your mouth with. Or sprinkles or chocolate or whatever you happen to put on.
Vanessa said puff pastry, a dough that has layers of butter laminated. And French cruller is that one. Old fashioned crullers, not that French style, is like a spiced donut as a long twist.
Could have a donut bracket if we had brackets anymore.
Well, I was going to do bands with 7 or more members. But I thought I had it out here. It's still on the other computer.
Wow, you'd be reaching back to like the 60s and 70s for that, wouldn't you?
Not necessarily.
Seven people.
That's back when you had instruments, yeah, because now you just have 7 pieces of equipment in front of you and you poke at them.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to put together one where they're bands that people might have heard of.
See, when you said 7 people, the first thought that came to my mind was like Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Yeah. And I think I might have put Glenn Miller on there.
Count Basie.
But yeah, I don't remember who all was on the list.
Why'd you pick 7 instead of like 5?
Because there's a lot more in a 5-man group than in 7.
Yeah, 2 more.
Ouch.
It's just there's going to be a lot more 5-man groups. There's not going to be as many 7-man groups,
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a rarer thing, and I thought would make a little bit different, fun bracket. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. You know, don't always take the
You definitely took
lost
the harder road, that's for sure.
yeah, you know, it's just to try and make it more interesting.
Oh, I agree.
You know, I could do what's the best rock song bracket. Well, you're going to get all the same songs everybody else does in their brackets. You know, so just trying to think outside of the box.
You could have a bracket on greatest guitar and drum intros.
Well, Barbecue's going to do he's had in the works doing a guitar intro one. He was talking about that. So
right off the top of your head right now, if I said, what's the greatest drum intro, what would you think?
I honestly couldn't give you a single one. I'd have to go through and listen to them.
There's only one that comes to my mind, and that's Hot for Teacher.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I couldn't name a single one. I couldn't give you a guitar intro one either. I'd have to go listen to them and refresh my memory.
Slow Ride would be one that starts out with drums.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. The only reason I knew Hot for Teachers because I used to lift weights to it in high school a lot. So that's the only reason I even got that one.
TJ was asking, do you get Berlin buns over there? They are jam and cream filled donuts with no hole. Yes, we do. They're not called Berlin buns. They're Kaisers, but nobody calls them Kaisers anymore. Just a jelly filled donut.
Oh, really? There's a name for a donut without a hole in it that has stuff in it?
Yeah.
Interesting. I've heard of Kaisers before, but I never paid attention to what they were. But I've never heard of a Berlin bun. I'm guessing they're from Germany then?
I don't know if the origin.
Well, I never liked jelly donuts, so now I'm gonna associate them with the bad part of Germany. So there you go.
I think that was the joke when Kennedy did his speech over in Berlin, and he did the famous line, "Ich bin ein Berliner." It could have been literally interpreted as "I am a jelly donut." So
Yeah, I think he said Berliner, and that's the jelly donut.
Hey, if they're gonna make a language and can put jelly donut next to whatever name of a city, that's on them, not us.
I think everybody should be anti donuts with holes because you're paying for the whole donut and they're selling the hole separately and making twice the money.
I was gonna say, not only do they keep the whole part, but then they sell it to you separately. Like you're getting paid twice. You're paying price for that. I remember when holes were free. Do you remember back then?
Yeah, you could go into a shop. Yep.
Yeah, they would just have them there.
Oh no, not Kaiser. I think it wasn't Kaiser. It's God, what the hell? It's another German reference. I think it starts with a B. What are they called?
Linces.
TJ Fishing out there mentioned Berlina.
No, that's not the name I was thinking of. Oh. It'll come to me later after the chat's over. What I was thinking of. Oh, yeah. It's going to bug me.
Do you know that Dunkin' doesn't put donuts in their name anymore? It's just called Dunkin' now.
Well, they make a lot of money off coffee now.
And why all over Vegas it just says Dunkin' everywhere. I figure it's just because they take less room on the sign, maybe.
it's a rebranding thing, I think, because they do sell breakfast sandwiches and stuff like that too. Actually, really good ones.
Bismarck. That's the name I was trying to think of. Bismarck.
Yeah, I've heard of that. But that's a long one with filling, right? Like we were talking about a maple bar, like a long one of that. Again, my problem with those long donuts is that's almost like two donuts, and I'd rather just eat two different donuts than one. You know, you're locked into one topping for that whole two donut situation.
Well, they're round. Bismarcks are round.
Oh, those are the ones they use for Bavarian cream, I think, too. If I'm thinking right.
The Google says a Bismarck is a type of round, filled donut made from yeast dough, similar to the Berliner or Krapfen, traditionally injected with fruit jelly like raspberry or cream and often finished with powdered sugar or icing.
You know, now you're saying that, it made me think that of all this weird stuff that we put in donuts, we don't do. Are there any donuts with cheese? Like, there's a whole bunch of Danishes and crap that have like cheese in them, and we don't. I don't
Cream
think we do
cheese.
donuts with
Yeah.
cheese.
Cream
Is there
cheese
donut?
is good.
Is there
Yeah.
donuts with cream cheese?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that.
I don't think I've ever had one. I've had the Danish with the cream cheese.
It's
Well, I'm not
delicious.
talking about cream cheese. It's like, I don't know what they put in them, but like Danishes have some other kind of cheese. You know what I'm talking about, like that sweet cheese.
Yeah, cream cheese.
Not cream cheese.
If you go to like the fancy donut shops in Vegas, like your Pink Box Donuts and stuff, they got a little bit of everything in there.
It's like Cinnabon. That's cream cheese icing, frosting that they use.
I've never even. I think I've seen them in real life. I've seen them in movies and stuff, but I've never even considered eating a Cinnabon thing. So I don't have any.
I like them.
I just don't like cinnamon rolls that much, and there's no way I'm going to pay for an overpriced one. Plus, I don't think there's anything good about that. Like, every ingredient in it is not, you're not supposed to be eating. So I figure I'm healthy.
They can be a little heavy. I just wish, which this is going to be an unpopular opinion, I wish they had raisins in it.
All right, that's messed up.
I like cinnamon rolls with raisins.
First off, you people can carry around raisins and put them in whatever you want, and not make the rest of us have to deal with it.
See, and if I want cheese, I'll just eat a cannoli.
Oh, see,
I
there's
like
another
raisins
dessert with
too.
you.
Now, if you like raisins, do you like coconut also? Because some people can't stand coconut.
I do like coconut. I don't like a lot of coconut. Fresh coconut is awesome. I mean, not the dried out things you get in the grocery store here. I mean, fresh coconut off the tree. The meat is soft enough you can scoop it out with your thumb.
You ever seen where they have a coconut where it falls on the ground and it starts to sprout, and then they'll pick that up and poke into it, and then I guess I forget what the inside tastes like, but they said that's like the best coconut when it's starting to sprout.
I haven't had one that's sprouted, but I have them. I have had them off the tree.
You know what I'm
You
talking
drink
about?
the coconut milk too?
I think the milk turns into something.
Well,
that starts to sprout and it turns into a different consistency or something.
Coconut water is the liquid inside. Coconut milk is when you press the meat.
Squish the coconut meat, yeah.
Yeah.
When the coconut is still
Vanessa
on the
Kitty
tree,
said
the tree
she makes
bubbles their teats. You have to milk it.
She makes eclairs and cream puffs with French vanilla cream and dipped in chocolate ganache topping.
And you'd rather eat that with raisins, you're saying?
No, I'm not an eclair fan. And cream puffs, if you've ever watched someone make cream puffs, it's like voodoo magic because it's liquidy, and they stir. It's liquid, and then it kind of turns into like a waffle dough, and then goes back liquid. It's some weird.
I've never actually watched anybody make them. So you're talking about the
weird science going on.
Batter for the puff part of the cream puff.
But Vanessa does make cinnamon rolls with raisins. She makes also show paste. I don't know what that is. And she is right. Nut juice is not milk. If you look at the ingredients on like almond milk, there's hardly any almonds in almond milk. And all those nut milks were just, we've got all these extra nuts. What do we do with them? We'll juice them and sell them to the hippies. Oh, Vanessa said paste is the shell of the cream puff and the eclair. And TJ said cinnamon buns with raisins over here are called Easter buns, and we only get them for Easter. That's a shame.
The worst thing ever is you're eating into something, and then like here's this thing I'm giving you, and it's like some kind of sweet thing. You're eating it, and it's still warm, and then there's a raisin in it, and you get that warm raisin in there.
I like, if I make oatmeal, I will put raisins in that. I'll put brown sugar and raisins, and it will partially rehydrate that raisin.
Yep, I've heard of that. I've done it once.
I like that.
I've never done it again because it's like the worst thing I could think of is a warm raisin, and you're eating normal food, and then warm raisin in there.
Well, I didn't live in Tucson when I was down in Arizona, but actually they have one in that city. There's a Bosa donuts. They're pretty good.
Oh yeah, I've eaten there.
Yeah,
they're there. It's like a chain.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them in the valley. Yeah, they're all good.
There's a show I watched one time about, was it people from Vietnam that were, after the war, they came over, and then I can't remember who it was. I think it was just one guy who was like, hey, if you're coming from Vietnam, you're looking for something to do, open a donut shop. Here's how. And then that's why there's so many, there's some consistency with all the independent donut shops. Pretty interesting. Like around the whole country, I mean.
I saw a video on that.
It was neat. There was also controversy because I think the guy was like a gambler or something. So he ended up not being the best person, but he did good things, but he wasn't the best person. Maybe that's what he said.
Oh, they didn't talk about that in the video I saw. And Vanessa said she got some orders for her fruitcake next fall. Several people put in requests for fruitcakes. I've never eaten a fruitcake. I have seen one up close, but it did not look appealing to me.
Get the idea that you're supposed to like kind of nibble or like savor it or whatever, eat it slowly with like coffee or some shit, or like maybe booze or something, but I don't think you're supposed to just eat it like, hey, I'm hungry and I want something to eat.
I thought you just passed them around every Christmas like white elephant gifts. This year you get the fruitcake.
Imagine back in the old black and white days when like there was only salt and pepper. Then it was like, oh, a fruitcake has all these exotic flavors in it, things. But like now that we have strawberries and other flavors, I don't think they're as interesting.
My grandma made a really, really good fruitcake.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say my grandma made a really good fruitcake, but all the ones I've tried other than hers have been just horrible.
I've never had eggnog either.
What?
Never?
Never.
That's just wrong.
There's a lot of eggnogs, though. I could see having bad eggnog one too many times and never trying it again, but to have never tried it. I don't know which one you would try, though.
Well, I am proud.
Eggnog was like old people making it when I was a little kid. So I've had, I remember the old homemade styles, which I don't know if I liked them or not, but I know that the store stuff does definitely taste more chemical than the old stuff.
Well, I'll say Anderson Erickson in Iowa makes the best eggnog. And I've tried it all over the country. and most of it sucks.
Vanessa Kitty said she makes duck eggnog.
Oh, I never thought about that, but I bet you that would be better, right? We make ostrich
Vulcan
eggs.
Rumble.
We got an ostrich farm here.
I've had duck eggs. I didn't, other than the size. To me, they tasted like chicken eggs. I didn't taste the difference. They have thicker shells, so they have longer shelf lives.
They're better eggs. I've had them from a farm out here. I like them.
I love them because I kind of grew up with them and chicken eggs, but my wife can't eat them. They got a second protein in them, and it messes her stomach up. Can't digest it right.
Vanessa said Richard duck egg yolks. That's true. There is a definite difference in the color. The duck egg yolks. And she makes pasta with duck eggs. I will say I have also never had an avocado.
What?
I refuse to eat avocados. Two reasons. One, because everybody keeps telling me I should. So no, I won't do it. And two, the avocados are run by the cartels.
They're not run by the cartels. Avocado farmers are sitting there minding their business, and the cartel owners kill them and take the farms. So,
And the finest avocados in the country come from California.
but yeah, avocado. You've never had guacamole then, or like
Nope.
anything? Interesting.
I refuse.
I have to bring some to Thunder on the Prairie and make you eat it.
Good luck making me do anything.
You're like, hey, look, I got this big thing of wasabi. Want to take a big spoon of it?
Oh, I don't eat wasabi.
Dang it. I got this big thing of pistachio.
Wasabi's delicious.
Scoop of it?
Top tip: you can ask the sushi chef not to put wasabi on your sushi.
Oh, you don't even like it, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm not into the spicy stuff.
See,
And I don't know if I've ever had real wasabi, because real wasabi isn't supposed to burn like the fake stuff that you get everywhere that they call wasabi.
Well, everywhere else is just horseradish, and wasabi is not horseradish, so it's different. Right?
Yeah.
I used to love horseradish when I was a kid. My grandma used to always have horseradish in her fridge, so when I stayed there, I would just eat raw horseradish.
Are you talking like a mayonnaise looking thing, or are you talking like some kind
No,
of a garlic?
a horseradish.
So it's the actual thing. I don't even know.
Yeah, Dad used to grow them. I've had them before.
Does it look like garlic or ginger or something?
No, it looks like a big white carrot.
Big white root.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I have seen them. I think I know what you're talking about. Like a big carrot looking thing. Yeah.
Turns you into a ball baby when you grind it up, because it evacuates all your sinuses and your tears.
Oh, snap. It gives you like a horseradish.
Oh, it burns the air. I swear to God, it's scorched earth. See, and I when it comes to like the sushi, I have to do like the sashimi, because I just cannot stand seaweed.
It doesn't have a bad taste. It's just salty. I don't like California rolls.
I go back and forth. I like sushi, but I don't want to have intestinal parasites, so I don't eat it. I do eat it, but I don't eat it very often, I should say. I might eat it in Vegas.
See, and I
hesitant in Tucson.
I've had really, really good sushi in Japan, and that ruined sushi kind of for me, where I don't like mediocre sushi. Since I've had what really good sushi is supposed to be, anything else is just kind of, it's just not up to par.
Yeah, I can see that.
First time I went out to dinner with my father-in-law, he took us out to a restaurant in Japan, and he wanted me to try all the sushis. So it was an 11-course sushi meal with all the sushis. Everything. Well, it didn't. I've never had puffer. That's
So
the
when
one
you
I
say
haven't
all, that's not like the egg one and like
had. Yeah.
this combination. There's like some traditional set or something.
It's. Oh, we've got them. I think we still have the menu somewhere,
It would
but
be
it's
like the first set of Star Wars figures, not like 3 episodes later when there's like 17 pages of Star Wars figures.
well, each course was multiple sushis, so it was probably at that time all the sushis.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is like I doubt they have California rolls in Japan.
No,
Las Vegas rolls and all the dumb shit.
not the Americanized stuff. I mean, this is honest to God in Japan sushi.
But probably like this fish, that fish, the other fish, and then these
Yeah.
eggs, those eggs. Yeah. So it's probably like some traditional set. But I've seen quail eggs at sushi places, and I think that there was like you got something, and then they put a raw quail egg on it. You know, like just cracked it on top of there. You know, it's a little tiny egg.
Yeah, you can buy them at the grocery store. There was some grocery stores.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I bought some that were pickled. They were really good too.
Like hard boiled.
Yeah, they were in a brine already, just pickled eggs, and you pop the top and pulled them out, and shelled them, and
Surprised that's not a thing. You know, with machines and stuff, you could have tons of quails kicking out just tons of eggs, and then make them like what you're saying into different concoctions. Egg salad with quail eggs. You don't even chop the eggs. It's just a bunch of quail eggs and mayonnaise.
well, most pickled stuff like the eggs, they keep them in the shell and they just drop them in there, and then when you pull them out, you shuck them
they're
out of
not
the
like
shell.
hard boiled shelled.
No, they're boiled, but they just put them in there in the brine.
Okay, but you're taking little shells apart, basically.
Yeah, at the end. That's like another country of food. They have really good food. It's like some of the Thai food, but they use a lot of cilantro in a lot of their stuff, and I just can't eat that stuff. Tastes like soap.
Yeah, I've got the same problem. You've got that enzyme that gives you that soap flavor. And apparently the people that don't get that soap flavor, that don't have that enzyme, that is a mutation. That somewhere in the mankind's history, people's kinds will be gender sensitive. People kind history. People didn't used to be able to eat the cilantro without the soap flavor, and some mutation got rid of that. Have a good night, TJ. It's got some kangaroos to go fight.
Koala bears are howling. He knows it's time to go.
Vanessa said it tastes like soap for some, and she loves cilantro. Yeah, there's other microgreens too that I'll get that same soap flavor from.
I don't think it tastes like soap. I just don't like the flavor of it. It's like parsley a little bit. It's like just like, really? Did you have to put that in there?
Honestly, for us G-Webs, it's just like you poured Dawn dish soap in your mouth. It gives that taste.
Oh, I understand, but I'm just saying, like, even though I don't have like a whatever, like a bad taste, it just doesn't. I don't like the taste. I don't think it needs to be there most of the time
Mm.
because it's almost
Yep.
always raw on top, and it's like you could have just not done that. I guess in salad sometimes it's like an ingredient, but you know what I mean? Like most of the time I ever encounter it, it's like somebody decided to throw it on top of there. It's like, come on, man, you made the decision. Just don't do that.
Or in Arizona, they put it in a pico. It's like no
Oh
pico.
yeah,
Just
that's true.
give me
Maybe
some
that's why I
tomatoes and
don't mind it. Yeah, that's true. It's always there.
always there.
Yeah, TJ probably didn't know what we're talking about because they don't call it cilantro. What I'm guessing, since Australia is a English style
Prison
country,
colony. Oh, I thought you were looking for
Yeah.
prison colony.
I can't remember what do the British call cilantro. They have a different name for it.
Coriander.
Coriander.
What? Really? That's the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Well, there's the seeds and there's leaves. So
coriander's a dried thing, like on the shelf, right? Like in a bottle.
well, there's coriander spice that's from the seeds, and then the leaves it would be the herbs.
Oh, okay. I've only ever seen the
Right.
whatever.
U.S.
bottle.
calls them by two different names. In Britain, they don't. So
And I don't even know if I've ever even eaten it. I've just seen it on shelves, as one of the things with basil and all that. I just went to this place for dinner that's near this hotel I stay at, and they've always got um, like 3 to 4 different kind of salsas, but then they've got like different kind of pickled onions and cucumbers and things. And I don't know, whenever like decided they have like just like little baggies, like a box of baggies next to it. You just with tongs, kind of like a salad bar. You just grab whatever you want, throw it into a baggie, and take it. And pickled onions are amazing. Holy moly! Like they pickle them with different, I don't know, recipes, I guess. And then between like the cucumbers, the peppers, there's carrots. I don't get those, but I don't know if you ever tried different kind of pickled onions. But I don't know where else to get them. That's the only place I've seen them, other than maybe a deli or something.
I
You are,
don't. I'm not a vinegar fan, so I tend to stay away from pickled things.
you ever do like the hot beef sandwiches with like the jardiniere pickled vegetables and
Those
stuff on
the
them?
sandwiches you're talking about is one of the reasons I quit eating meat back a long time ago, because I couldn't stand that stuff. But the pickled whatever you're talking about, like that sauce, or what would you call it, like relish? I don't know what to call it. It's one of the best things in the world. It's one of my favorite things ever. In Louisiana, they make some, and people who know Louisiana food, they put them on the po' boys or whatever. And I can't get enough of it. I'll eat a bottle of that whenever I get it, like fast. But I can't get it anywhere, like a decent version of it anywhere. I've seen it at Walmart when I've traveled, but there's only like some Walmarts that carry it. The other Walmarts don't have it. So yeah, I really like that stuff.
Yeah, the Marzetti's pretty good.
Yep, that's the stuff with the red lid. You can't get that at every Walmart.
Oh, okay.
But whenever I see it and I'm thinking of it, actually, I'm in Vegas. I should go to a Walmart and see if they've got it here. I'll grab like 3 bottles of it. It's amazing. I should probably buy it online, but I just don't think of it. But yeah, it's one of my favorite things. It makes
Yeah,
any sandwich better.
I brought it into my store because I love pickled stuff.
The guy in the comments is out there.
So you guys ever tried that? What's it called again?
Jardiniere.
I don't, just because the vinegar.
Because you don't like the pickled stuff. Yeah. because it's like
I don't want
peppery
to
and
douche my mouth
pickly.
while I'm eating.
Well, I'm pretty sure vinegars are super good for your gut. Like they're really good for you.
Yeah, like sauerkraut, really good for you.
No. Oh, I will not eat the rotten Nazi cabbage.
Kimchi and all that, you don't like either?
Which?
Kimchi?
No. As kimchi has two problems. One, it's rotten cabbage, and I'm just not into real spicy stuff.
Beets is where I draw the line. I won't eat a beet. At least knowingly. Like I know it's in a lot of things, but I don't like them. But growing up, they would always have at Christmas or whatever holidays, I guess, there would be pickles and pickled beets, and there might have been onions. And I'm thinking about it, but like all those pickled foods that people would eat with crackers and cheese and stuff.
Vanessa said grilled hot dog, toasted bun, spicy mustard, and sauerkraut. No, thank you. I like the grilled hot dog and the toasted bun. Just, I like the plain yellow mustard.
Because I was gonna say you don't like mustard then, because it's pretty vinegary now.
I like the spicy. I don't like the Dijon or the chunky style mustards.
What I like about the mustards too is they have almost, well, I shouldn't say none of them, but a lot of them don't have sugar in them. They're just they did go off the the mustard and the vinegar.
I used to like ketchup and mustard, but I've kind of been leaning towards just mustard now.
Ketchup's way too sweet.
I don't know. That's what Harry Callahan said. You should only put mustard on your hot dog.
He's right.
You guys to eat hot dogs, you ever eat the poppy seed buns?
Yeah, I've had them before.
That's a thing.
Not on a hot dog.
Or the onion buns. I've had buns with the little onions on them too.
Yeah. I like the sesame seed buns. Not for hot dogs, but for hamburgers. Well, Mr. Grimm, Mr. Justin Grimm.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you have coming up? Anything you want to let everybody know about? Yeah, I saw earlier you put a link for your channel out there.
I did put my link out there. Like I said, I got about this week to get through. I'm training 2 people, trying to get my job in order. So hopefully after this week, I got a couple ideas for videos, so I'm hoping to get back going again. Because like I said, I did have a lot of fun doing it. It is pretty fun, and I got the stuff to do it. So I just need to get the time.
Yep, and each one you do, it just gets easier. G-Webs. What you got coming up?
Can't get my thing to unmute. Not too much, nothing. Thanks for hosting.
Well, thanks for being here. And give both puppies belly rubs.
can do that for sure.
Even if Bit's being naughty, give him a belly rub for me.
No, they're technically being good right now. Smell his belly rub. I don't give him belly rubs. He'll get a side rub. They get their own bed.
What about you, Gizzard?
For me, business as usual. Foul Territory Monday night at 9:00 p.m. Central, and for my channel members or members only chat on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. And to G Webs and everybody else who made it to SHOT Show this year, good luck to everybody. Have lots of good content and stay safe.
Thanks.
Oh, if Skagit Valley Guns goes, I know he wants to go to SHOT Show next year. I might tag along with him. We'll see. But next chat will be next Saturday. And I've got a couple videos that I keep meaning to work on and been kind of lazy. So hopefully I'll get at least one of them out this week. Other than that, if you watch this in replay, leave a comment. Whatever we talked about, agree with, disagree with. Do you like pickled eggs? And I read all the comments and they are always appreciated. I honestly do appreciate them. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good rest of the night and go do something good.